There's 3 ODIs coming up. Remember? Yeah, you'd imagine that with a T20 World Cup round the corner, then the IPL, 4 months of T20 cricket, no more ODIs after this till July when India go to England, no ODI World Cup till you get into October, November next year in South Africa. You'd believe that the ODI game that once ruled the roost is in danger of maybe just being sidelined a little, maybe even diminishing in importance in the eyes of public. I mean, look at the team that New Zealand have sent out. They've kept a lot of their main white ball players back for the T20s and sent out virtual and experimental squad for the ODIs. So you'd be forgiven for thinking, hang on, 3 ODIs just in the middle of nowhere. Well, there's two people who are breathing life into the format or giving context to the format, who are almost single-handedly keeping the ODI format alive in our consciousness. Two people, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them bat again. Not because I don't know how much longer, but it's because when I saw them bat against South Africa, they just looked that good. Virat Kohli was batting like he'd never stopped batting in one-day internationals. I don't think he ever will. Rohit Sharma got runs as well. Then they both went back to Vijay Hazare and then they just hit runs for fun. They were scoring centuries. Everybody is scoring centuries. It's like you get up in the morning, have a cup of tea, go and score 100 in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. It worries me, but that's the topic for another blog another time. So Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli really holding the interest. So from that point of view, let's look at the batters that have been picked. There's a reason I'm saying that. India picked 5 pure batters. You go down that list. There's Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shreyas Iyer. Very interesting 5. Shreyas Iyer coming back from injury. Shubman Gill has had a roller coaster ride, illness, injury, left out of a side. So there's so much happening around that top 5. But look at why they need to be on top of the game. I've often talked in this blog about the fact that there's not that many options coming up in Test match cricket. But look at what you have here. Ruturaj Gaikwad. Gaikwad scored 100 the last time he played for India. Came in at 4 and batted beautifully. Got 100 alongside Virat Kohli there in that big partnership there. And he must have thought, after the way my life has gone, I think I've done enough now. No, Rutu. That's the way it is in the white ball game in India. But you know what? I'd still have had him in my 16 simply because Shreyas is coming back from injury. Shubman is still a little unwell. If you want someone to bat in there at number 4, you don't have an option because Yashasvi Jaiswal is your reserve batter. There's a story in there in itself. Yashasvi Jaiswal is the reserve batter. He makes a side in almost every other white ball team in the world. So I would have had Ruturaj Gaikwad in the 16. I know selectors want to pick 15 and it's their job to pick 15 because if you pick too many people, it's a collection, not a selection. But I would still have had Ruturaj Gaikwad in that squad. So you could have picked Devdutt Padikkar, peeling off hundreds. You could have picked Ruturaj Gaikwad. You could have picked Sarfaraz, who's not only scoring runs for fun, who's scoring runs like he's on a Formula One track. Tilak Verma fits in any white ball team anywhere. And Hardik Pandya, who's been left out. So that is the competition for places available. And so these top 5 have to do really well. Spare of thought here for Shubman Gill. Comes back from England. He's on top of the world. He's been talked about as an all-format captain. And suddenly his life, he discovers what a roller coaster is all about. Injury, illness, loss of form, out of the Indian team for the T20 World Cup. Now suddenly here's his chance. When he is fit and in form, he walks into this ODI side. He's a magnificent ODI cricketer. So I'm really hoping to see Shubman Gill turn his fortunes and his health around and get runs here because this is a scary batting lineup when he is doing well. Then the 2 wicket keepers. I have a little issue with Rishabh Pant. I think he's now a senior player. He's a captaincy candidate. If he's not going to be making the squad really because KL Rahul is your number 1 keeper, there's no point having him hanging around over there. You could have had a Jurel. You could have had anybody in that role. I think Rishabh is far too senior to be wearing a bib. He's got to be playing or he's got to be going back preparing for something bigger. But there you are. That's fair. He could easily come in and bat at number 4, actually, in that spot that I thought was for Ruturaj Gaikwad. Then the all-rounders, Jadeja comes back. If any of you know what the flip-flop between Jadeja and Akshar is, please let me know. Because when Akshar was picked for Australia, you were told it's horses for courses. Then you thought, oh, okay, maybe Akshar just gives a little bit more in white ball cricket in their eyes. But you come back to India and there's Ravindra Jadeja again. So I think Jadeja is a fantastic ODI player, but I don't understand the flip-flop at all. Washington Sundar and Nitish Reddy. I'm not sure Nitish Reddy makes the 11, but you can see that they're trying to give as many opportunities to Nitish Reddy as possible. He went back. He opened the bowling, by the way, for Andhra consistently in the Vijay Hazare. Batted at 4, occasionally just dropped down to number 6. And then the 4 fast bowlers. You could look at that list of 4 fast bowlers and say, where's Mohammad Shami? But I think India moved on now from Mohammad Shami, because look, how does he make this side? In spite of the fact that Bumrah is not there, I think Siraj has been bowling very well. Went and played the Mushtaq Ali as well and did well there. Harshit Rana has done everything that's been asked of him as a bowler. Harshdeep Singh as a left-hander, the more games he plays, the better he is. He's India's future. You could say maybe Prasidh Krishna, but sometimes he goes for runs, he comes and delivers you wickets in between. That's a selector's call, Prasidh Krishna or somebody else. So I get the feeling that India have moved on now from Mohammad Shami, given that there's more options in T20 cricket and the next World Cup is that far away. So given all this now, how does the 11 stack itself? I think the first 5 pick themselves. KL Rahul will bat at 6, or maybe KL Rahul at 5, Jadeja at 6. Washington will play as the 7th batter and the 6th bowler. Then there's a question. Do you want to play Nitish Reddy? Do you want to play Harshit Rana in there before you go into Kuldeep, Siraj and Arshdeep? I believe India will go in with 3 proper quicks with Siraj, Arshdeep and Harshit Rana. Play Kuldeep and then use a combination of Jadeja, Washington, Sundar as your 6th bowler. If the conditions are good, then the spinners go on. So it just gives you a lot of options. You go in with 6 bowlers, you go in with 7 batters with potentially a seam bowling all-rounder coming in at number 8. It's a very, very good side. So there you are, 3 ODIs, lots of players to keep an eye on. But I'm going to be at those games and I'm going to be looking at the old guard again. Rohit, Sharma, Virat, Kohli. Should be fun.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.